Hel- Yeah. So, I'll try to develop my game for a bit today, and we're dealing right now with a pretty difficult problem. So maybe it will be interesting. I don't know. I'm just trying to experiment and figure things out. So yeah, let's open up Cursor because yeah, I can I just open the leave the chat open without leaving OBS controls open? No, apparently not. That's weird. Um, well, so no chat, I guess. Maybe if I had more than one monitor, but so far one monitor has always been good enough. Like, um, yeah. So we'll be opening this project. This is the more open source part of my game. Well, it's basically the 3D modeling software. And I know maybe I should not make 3D modeling software if I'm developing a game, but yeah, uh, I didn't want to use Blender. I think I tried it once and it wasn't really great or something. So yeah, one weekend I just decided that I would try to make something myself, and for some reason, the LLM actually made something that was decent enough, so, but not quite. And that not quite part is where we are now. Uh, not quite meaning not at all. Like, um, so yeah, I wonder where my last chat with the LLM was. Like, what the LLM made was good enough to give me hope. But hope is the beginning of disappointment. That's one lesson everybody will learn at some point. Um, so it made models, but they were messy and um, they just don't look very good. Like, I can show you. I will show you. Let's see. Let's press F5. Is this F5? Yeah, it's trying to run. Okay, so yeah, you can see a model here. Wow, looks really nice, right? All those things, triangles going through each other, interfering with each other. No, this is not good. So um, I'm trying to clean that up a little bit. So you got your. I wonder where the H key is. Yeah, the H key is here. Here you can see this is the help screen for the 3D editor. Um, we can we can see that there's a cleanup mode under the U key. So I press the U key. I don't know why they don't make keyboards with more stuff on it, more like things you can find by touch, because right now there are only two, and yeah, it should be enough, but it really isn't. I do not have the keyboard layout memorized, so yeah. Uh, and even though I've been using keyboards for an eternity now, like since the 90s, I still don't really know where each key is. Um, Maybe I'm getting dementia. I hope not. It would be a little bit early. I read a recent. I saw a video from Physionic or something. Nicholas Verhoeven. Yeah, I spoke that out the Dutch way because it's a Dutch surname. I don't know why Americans have Dutch surnames. I guess they like us or something. It's not a good idea. Um, so yeah, we try to fix internal edges and uh, triangles that are covered by other triangles. So that's under F4. Should be the third F key from the right on the first half of my keyboard. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? But I'm pretty sure I'm still, yeah, now I'm out of cleanup mode. Oh, it really does look kinda neat. Yeah, this is more like it. Only thing is some of those vertices are not really, ooh, like they have a color gradient. I don't want that. I mean, it looks nice, I suppose. Just it looks pleasing to the eye, but I just want each triangle to have a solid color. Well, that's important. We don't really have that. Uh, okay. I select. Okay, yeah, that's. I didn't know. Like, I need to delete the last vertex here because it's a stray vertex. But I suppose it doesn't really matter because I wasn't really working on this model either. Uh, doesn't really say. Well, does my program work? At least it does some things, right? Look at the beautiful thing. And the only thing is, I do not seem to have a good deselect. You have deselect. Edit selected vertex, yes. Deselect, not so much. I think I'm going to uh, to implement that. Well, I'm not gonna do it. The LLM is going to do that because it's just one of those annoying things, you know. Uh, okay. So it says it stopped. Yeah, I wanted to have it log some stuff so we can debug some diagonal, yeah, some diagonals between in a box better because these cleanup tools they should clean that stuff up, but in one case, pretty simple model, they do not really do that. They just remove a lot, but not one of those diagonals, and it's annoying because it still looks like shit. I am sorry for that word. I should not use that. Uh, but I'm from Rotterdam, and in people in Rotterdam they curse like sailors. So yeah. Okay. I think the LM needs to finish this. Okay, now I'll have it redo this because that was what I was working on, and then I just shut it down. So now the LLM is going to yeah, generate a lot of stuff, and I just need to wait so can show you, I guess, some stuff here, like the help button. Uh, yeah, I also need to make it possible again to just delete vertices if I select them from the list, and so you don't have to select the triangle they belong to, especially if it's selected stray vertex, because in that case it doesn't even make sense to select a triangle, because those stray vertices are vertices which do not have a triangle, because it's basically the beginning of a triangle that never really ended. Okay. Oh, I didn't. I just deleted. I wanted it to. Uh, yeah, I wanted it to do something else. I guess I'll finish that later. Maybe I'll just. Why does it say that it has done something? Because it hasn't done anything. Oh, it's just a few, little bit back. Well, new agent, I guess. I would be to. Doesn't escape already do this? I'm not sure. No, it does not. Okay, that's let's me deselect all the selected vertices. Please make separate class to support this and do not everything in the event handler. Which agent is going to do this? I think I think, wow, something like Gok is good enough. I'm not sure, but why is this thing open? Yeah, okay, this one just needs to be. God, can't I just delete all of this? This is a bunch of nonsense. All right. Uh, yeah. Hopefully, Clock will do this. Yeah. What is difficult about the LLM coding is that sometimes you need a very sophisticated model and sometimes not. In this case, I think a not so sophisticated model is good enough, but I am not sure whether Grok is the right one. So it's doing a lot of stuff. Maybe it's struggling, but I can give you what it did. Deselect controller. Under the D key. But that's a problem, isn't it? Because WASD is already used. Please use a key that's not used by function like currently T is used for camera movements. Well, full code is apparently still quite expensive. It's still using 2%. Maybe I should just have used GPT-5. That one would have gotten it right straight away, I think. I mean, this code is not necessarily very difficult to make yourself, but why expend any effort when the LM can already do it? So yeah, it's interesting. Why am I opening up the chat? Huh? I know nobody's there. I'm just like hoping against hope that somebody will be there, but I like developing my game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, change deselect minus minus sign. That's fine. Okay, why are there so many changes here? I suppose it does need to add vertices analyzer. Uh, wasn't that? Oh yeah, that was the code from the function that I wanted to build but did not. It's interesting that it's there. Okay. Uh, deselect all under the minus key. That will be work, I guess. So I'm off to the toilet for a bit. I'm sorry, that's just what happens. So hopefully see you later. Please don't leave, person who is not there. Let's see. Ah, this annoying girl is like texting me for sometimes you try something and it doesn't work out, and at some point People will have to understand that, but it takes me a while to before I understand, so kind of get that she's still trying, but ah, I could have just blocked her, but I thought that means keeping her in my phone, and I don't want her in my phone because then maybe I'll text her, which I don't want to happen because I think she's, everybody's a little bit crazy, I guess, but I'm maybe more crazy than others, but sometimes you can tell that somebody is just not right for for what you want. It's just that simple sometimes. Huh? Okay, that is deleted. Now let's see if we can test this new tool. Ah, it's still running. So yeah, we didn't save anything last time. No, we did save. Okay. Where's the minus key anyways? It's like interesting region of the keyboard, like just under the F11. Yeah. Okay. I might actually have to look at the keyboard to find it. It's like okay, let's select the vertex. Ah, here it does not normally. And here it does not for some reason. Uh, that's interesting. So can we deselect this vertex? Yes, we can. Can still not select this one. I'm still pressing escape to deselect, but okay. Well, that didn't work, but we at least have the deselect tool. I think we're just gonna commit everything to GitHub. Yeah, GitHub. Because we actually did some stuff. Somehow this remains selected for no reason at all. I excluded it in my config, but deleting it, I will need to, like the file exists, it's a log file, but it shouldn't be in Git. This file, so load config, this is alright. It seems quite simple. That works. Okay. Vertices analyze export. Uh, Not really much has changed. Basically equivalent. So I can just commit this and not worry too much about it. Although I could probably revert that last file, but I'm not gonna do that. Uh, Deselect. We can deselect by pressing minus E. That should do. It's almost freezing. There's no easy way to just remove it from the Git registry. I can probably ask the agent to do it. Cleanup covered debug.log. We're living in an LLM world, so everything that is annoying enough gets done by LLM. Yes. It's on that. Let's see whether it can do this. Okay, I'm learning a lot too from this, like, um, minus. So let's check it in the GitHub. I should try to speak English, not Denglish. Uh, so the GitHub desktop probably can use the command. And it's still, this thing does not understand. I'm not sure what we can discard this. Now this, I think we need to check the git status on the command line because maybe the almighty LLM grok code, like maybe the almighty grok by Elon Musk and associates has failed. It could be. So typing is difficult. Where's the E? Yeah. So we need to open up a terminal. And now we have a terminal. Now we can say git status, git. We should probably commit this. Remove log file, so does not bother is in GitHub desktop again. I suppose it does mean that some information is now lost, but doesn't matter. It was a log file. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. Now what? We push it. Because we do not want stuff to be just. And this one is clean. Yay. So that's something. Do we have people in the chat? No, we do not. So, yeah, what are we gonna do? Can deselect. That's good. Now for the diagonal. That's more difficult. So what I was going to have it do is when it logs about when removing the vertices for removing internal vertices. So internal vertices are vertices that are covered from all sides by the objects. To do this, 46 rate gets sent into all directions, and if all directions hit, the vertex is considered internal. No, the edge, I must use the correct word, the edge. So this tool, it checks whether edges, which are line segments between two points or vertices, whether they are contained within the objects on all sides. If they are, then this vertex is not necessary and we can get rid of it. So yeah, that's we have a tool for that, and something is going wrong when executing that tool on a particular model, which consists of a box and a wedge stacked on top of each other. Oh, I'll show you soon. And that is what I want to solve. Or at least understand. Maybe I am the problem. Could very well be. The LLM tells me I am the problem, so it's an LLM, it's more smart than me. It's more intelligent. It has more brain cells, more electronic brain cells. But still, it's my program. I am boss. So I want to understand as well. So we have log lines. This is the file where the removal functionality is located. Uh, so this just keeps an array apparently, and it's you put lines of text in there, and it will write it. It's not can just add lines to it, and yeah, they immediately get written apparently. That's good. I have no qualms with that. But I do want to know how this is used. Because of course all these lines they were written by the LLM, and the LLM can make mistakes too, even though it's like super smart. It tells me when edges are missed. And what I wanted it to do was, yeah, what I wanted it to do is detect whether something is a diagonal in a box. And so add something to the log to indicate that when removing internal edges, could you log is the existing log facility. Sometimes sometimes an edge is missed. In such cases, have the tool check whether this edge is diagonal inside box, and if so, to I should use the at sign so it knows what to do. I'm not trusting Grok here. GPT it is. GPT, my man, you will do this, and you will consume 3% of my monthly budget to do it, but you will do it. So thank you. I have a tendency to want to switch to YouTube or something, but it's not very nice when you're streaming to just go to YouTube and watch something else, right? So I won't be doing that. uh, yeah, it's It's something new for me. I think I wanted to do it for a very long time, and now I can do it. I want a webcam to so you can also see my ugly face. And that will make you very happy because it is a funny face, right? Ugly faces are more funny. Or maybe it's not an ugly face. Maybe I'm super serious, but not always. I'm a little bit serious. I've seen so many um, videos on YouTube by creators like T90, and T90 he always talks about streaming. And I don't really watch the streams because the streams are on Twitch, and I don't really care to open Twitch because I mean I do have a Prime subscription, but I think a platform just for streaming alone is kind of empty. I mean, I guess I was already watching YouTube, so watching something else didn't really make sense to me. Okay, it has tons of stuff. That's very interesting. The text heuristic. Okay, so it returns none, which is equivalent to what other programming language have for null. So this means nothing. Um, yeah, I think none is the good word. What does it mean? It doesn't mean, I don't know. Maybe it's also right. I like none. Would have been better to use none. Much more clear. Uh, yeah. So when is this invoked? The info, not none. Yes. Like GPT, it totally understands me. You can see in the selected text. So we can investigate why the raycast-based test missed. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay, and it's already done. Very nice. Let's check it. Let's check how this works and analyze the resulting log file. So I'm using a mic by Trust. I don't think Trust is the best quality. I mean, I have a very good mouse by them, but I've had other hardware in the past also by Trust, and I just don't trust them really. But they were cheap, and I wasn't really sure how much I'd be streaming. But I like the experience of talking to myself, so yeah, maybe we'll be doing this a little bit more often. Um, yeah. Okay, so this one needs to be closed first, otherwise that's annoying, right? If I press F5 to start the thing, if it's still running, it should just close it and rerun it. I mean, is it that hard? I suppose I could rebind that. Maybe it's possible to rebind preferences, VS Code settings. user. Um, it doesn't seem like, oh, yeah, parse, run. Maybe I should just ask this to something like the free Gemini that's running on Google, and then it will just tell me what I should do to fix this. Yeah, I don't really see it. Maybe it's here. I think I should just set chat VS Code. Very interesting. Why does it have a TypeScript extension? I don't get it. I don't use TypeScript. Why would anybody use it? Okay,
This is
sorry.
Robin and liking the video.
Sorry. Yeah, I had to learn from somewhere. This is where I learned how to set up my stream. I hope the result will be alright. I will check it after the stream. Close other tabs. Why am I not closing that one? Well, because I want to keep something open. Okay. Um, yeah, that's my search history. Yeah. Very nice of you to remind me. Now everybody could see what I'm searching. But thankfully, I'm just a single guy who does not have any privacy to protect, so it doesn't matter. Google knows everything, anyways. Google is probably more dangerous than any of you are. Yeah. How to change the binds for run in cursor so that it shuts down existing run so that it does uh, those and stop and rerun instead. AI mode. Thank you. I do not trust these documentations. I only trust LLMs. Okay. Open. Control Shift Yay. Okay. That should be it. No. Oh, doesn't work. Maybe I should just open the settings and. Ah, and here it is. Here it is. Control M, Control S. And that's some control. This is madness. Doesn't work. These kinds of key bindings, which I have not specified, are plain bullshit. So yeah, it should just not. Ah, let's also continue. But it should not be. So debug. Well, shall we do this? F keys. F F9, I guess. Which command does this have? Toggle breakpoint. Yeah. Screw that. That's less important. Yeah. So F5. Restart. Start debugging. Start without debugging. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Open view. That's fine. So yeah, restarting also opens the debug view. That's fine. Yeah, now it restarts. That's nice. Okay. Now we need to figure out which need to open a file, so that would be B. That's the one I need to understand is this one, because I was cleaning this up. As you can see, here are still one, two, three, at least three triangles that are in this space. So that's not what we want. We just want to see two triangles to cover the rectangle like it is here. So I'm going to try to clean it up and try the F12. F12. It's somewhat hard to find on this keyboard. No internal edges found. Yeah, that's always what it does. No, it just still need to figure out. I don't know. I just shut it out, but it's not necessary. Where it is writing this log file so that we can then analyze it and then we can hopefully try to attack this problem. Yeah. Clean up internal edge debug.log. Very nice. So we can just copy this, go to Vim, and find minus name. We need to find the damn inserts key that is here. Why does it do that? Log. So it has not written anything. That's very interesting. Okay, maybe maybe it's right there. I'm stupid. Uh, the comma, not the dot. That's quite fatal. Wow, quite quite annoying at least. Okay, this is a little bit. Need to expand this a little bit. How broad are these? Okay, I use a 4K screen on a large TV, so I have plenty of space for text. Uh, okay, box. Nice. So it's checking this edge. From these 2 points. So we will find a triangle with this edge. Um, and it says it's missed. What's the corners present thing? So indeed this goes wrong. Maybe the LLM thought up something, right? So the length of this corners thing. Holy damn. Really quite hard to read this because it's a formatted string. To evaluate this expression, amount of corners minus the amount of missing divided over the amount of corners. That's very interesting. Maybe I should read what the LM has to say. Corner presence count. Which corners are missing? Yeah. Okay. It's quite kind of unnecessary that it's doing linting as well. I mean, I don't care. This project is maintained by me and the LM, so linting errors, yeah. Nobody needs to read it. Except you, maybe. You will be in, you will have a lot of luck reading this garbage. And I need to read it, of course. But yeah, I can read a lot of stuff, you know. I can read the worst garbage in the world. And it won't kill me. Okay, corners, corners. Uh, C for seeing corners if not present C. It's not present in the vertex position set. What's that? It used to be under F12. 12 is kind of hard to find. Okay, so yeah, just the positions of the different vertexes. Let's go here. Actually, this keyboard is still a little bit new to me. Where is this used? Maybe it's never failed. Something like that I can see. So yeah, all the vertices are put in it. Okay. Yes, but what? The vertex position set is. What does it say? Like, what's up? I'm looking at my mobile. It started flashing for no reason. Probably. Yeah, I got another chat. So, you know what? Like, I like to be taken seriously, right? So, this person, he showed up, didn't show 2 times. And that was enough for me. I was not interested enough to continue that, despite no shows. Times she did show, it wasn't like she barely talked. Dates were over in 45 minutes or something like that. There was just was nothing there. And it took me a while to realize. Yeah, so what about my corners? So it checks whether all of the corners are in the. Yeah, it checks whether all of the corners are in the mesh, as it calls it, the model, basically. But it should not, well, it should not really be a surprise. So yeah, if this is the case, and all corners are in fact in the mesh, then I think it's an internal vertex. Unless the box is open, then all the vertices could still be there. In this case, it's not open. Well, at least we got something basic. Maybe we should commit it so it doesn't get lost in the patches of time, although it probably will. Oh my god, my throat is I'm like talking with a different tone because I've been talking for this long. Um, basic, and then this is the of edge removal. Checks whether any missed edges are fact diagonals of a box that should be removed. No, already included in the mesh. In that case, we have that edge should arguably not have been a miss. Okay, this basic diagnostics will perhaps help me push this to the origin. I think I'm gonna have to say goodbye. I'm gonna maybe no, goodbye for now at least. I mean, if anybody is watching this at all, I don't think there's anybody watching this, but it could be the case. In that case, it has been lovely talking to you whilst thinking I was only talking to myself. And I would obviously love to see you again in one of my in the next stream, or please drop something in the chat if you want, or as a comment on the live video. I would appreciate that. The algorithm appreciates it too, but I appreciated it more than the algorithm. Everybody says that people should leave comments for the algorithm, but no, even if the algorithm didn't care, it probably still leaving a comment for somebody who is new to this is really, really nice. I just want to say that. And I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Even though I might stream again before the end of the year, because I like talking to myself. Have a good day, and I'm out. Bye. And stop.